Silvana from AllServiceNow Learning. Today we will go over the update sets, how to create an update set, and also how to batch multiple update sets. What is an update set? So an update set is technically a group of changes that have been done in an instance, and if the user would like to wants to move them to another instance, it can be done with an update set. And the update sets are typically moved by ServiceNow administrators. And in the demo, today we will cover how to create a new update set, which is just one update set, and then how to batch multiple update sets as the parent and then the children would be under it. So let's go straight into the demo now. So in ServiceNow, update sets, we can have multiple update sets that can be batched, or we can just go ahead and create one for a specific change that we're trying to do. So to get to the update sets, we would to create one, we will go to local update sets, or if you would just type update set, you can actually navigate from there to local update sets. All right, so what's going to happen is to create a new update set, you would just technically click the new button, and I've already created a few update sets here for demo purposes, which we will not be using, but I can go ahead, since we're creating a new one, and we will call this one incident form update set. So all you need typically is just a name. The state needs to be in progress. The parent, we will discuss this later. You can put a description in there, and you also have to be careful with the application. If you want your update set to be in a different application, you will go here, select the application, let's say Agent Workspace. You will click that, and then from there, this would say Agent Workspace, and you will create the update set. So be careful with what scope you're in before you start. So let's go ahead and submit and make current. If you submit and make current, what should happen is if you hover over the red dot, it should say, okay, you're in scope of global, and then incident form update set is the update set that you're currently on. So let's go to an incident form. To some open incidents. Prior to the demo, I've hid some fields here. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put these fields now back on the form. And that was configuration item. And let's go ahead and move it all the way up to the top of the form, and we can put it right there. So now that we have added the configuration item onto the form, we can go ahead and view our update set by clicking this icon right here, and we should see the change to a form layout. And in order to view the record, if you wanted to see the record, you would typically just click on here, and you can click show related records. It would take you to the record that was modified in that specific line. So you can have multiple changes done here. Let's say you can go back to the form and create some UI policies, or depending on what your ask is. But this can be pretty lengthy here. So for demo purposes, we will keep it short. There's only one entry as a form layout. Okay, let's go ahead and create a second update set related to the flow. So we will call it incident flow. All right, and we will go ahead and submit and make current. Refresh. And incident flow is our new update set. So what we need to do is we need to go to the flow. And what we need to do now, let's say we want to modify and add priority as the record that's going to be updated on the incident form. And now this flow has been modified. And since it has been modified, it needs to be in an update set because test and production probably don't have this update. So what we need to do next is let's go ahead and check our update set to see if the incident flow update set captured the change, and yes it did, as we can see down here. Okay, so from this point forward, what we need to do to create the batch and combine these two update sets is, so we have this update set, and then we have the incident form update set. So what we need to do, let's create a parent, and we will just call it parent batch, and we will just go ahead and save this record. So let's go back to the list of the update sets. So now we have the parent batch, we have the incident form update set, which is our first update set. So let's go ahead and just double click on the parent here, add parent batch to this update set, and our second update set was the incident flow update set. I'm sorry, it was this one. Parent batch. So the way that it looks on the form, if you were to open it, you can just add it to the parent here. So what happens then is these two update sets, now these two update sets have been actually, let me just show matching so that we can see it and eliminate the others. So these two update sets have actually been added as added to the parent batch. So let's go ahead and find the parent batch, open it, and now that we see the parent batch update set, it has the two children in there. So ignore this one because this one is not part. That's just the parent, but then these are the children that were added. So now these two don't need to be moved over to test or production separately. They can just be moved as one update set, which is called batch, parent batch update set. So how do we do this is we would go ahead and complete. We don't need to worry about completing the children. You would click yes to this message, and then you would save, because if we were to refresh without saving, it's telling us that this record was not saved. So let's go ahead and save it. Once we save this, it will complete everything that's below it, set as a child. So then you would go ahead and move your update set. And in order to move, because I don't have a right now I don't have a test instance or any other instance, but in order to move an update set, you would have to go then to your test instance. So if this is developer's instance, so if this is dev, then you would go to test, and then in test, you would look for update sources. And usually under update sources, right here, it would say dev if it's coming from development. So you are in test and you're retrieving update sets from dev. So you would, or if you are in test and you need to move it to production, you should be pulling it then from test. So you would be in the new instance, in the, let's say, production instance, and then you would be pulling it from test. But that's going to be in another video. But I hope this clears things up when it comes to the update sets. And if you have any comments or questions, please comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of these videos. Thank you.